Hello, everyone. I am Gander, the Gaming Clan, Vato Clan, and the video that you are about to see does have part of the game missing in it. And the reason for that is because when Twitch TV, the website, began to delete their archived past broadcasts, some of the video segments were not able to be saved when I ripped all of the video. So in the interest of having as complete a Dominion history as we possibly can here on YouTube, I'm uploading this video anyway, even though a portion of it is missing. So check down in the video description below for picks and bans or something like that, or to see who won in the case of it being a video that's missing the end of the game. So enjoy this little peek into the past of Dominion, in this case a fragmented peek. Thank you. And with permission from DominateDominion / Dominate Gaming's owner, the feed ski, here you are.
Okay, Elise ban. Elise, again, really strong duelist. She's got the percent health, so she can duel bruisers but she also has high bases, so she can duel squishy characters. So it's especially with how ridiculous her Spire form is. Lulu, because Lulu enables bruisers so hard. Teemo, because Teemo provides strong map control and duels bruisers pretty well, and can shut down people with his blinding dart.
Got a Teemo ban coming out. Again, that map control from Shrooms, damage, and that CC from Blind really lets him fight AD auto-attackers quite well.
Ridiculous. While we wait for Enema to get their second ban out.
Disable my sound effects while we're doing this so people don't keep checking their messages for all of the 1,000 pings I've been getting.
Yeah.
Alright, still waiting on that last ban here. Thinking...
Oh, Amumu.
Oh,
yeah,
there's an Amumu, okay.
With the strong...
Amumu.
The strong team fighting ult with the
There's our chat bans. I have put them in DD chat so you can scroll back up to them if you need them. I guess I'll copy and paste just in case they get rolled off while we're in draft.
Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, chat, to answer your questions. Yeah, Pex 1 round 1. Karma does, yes, Janna and Karma are both very good versus melees. However, Lulu, again, just provide her utility is just stronger than Karma. Karma provides much more damage than Lulu, though, which is why you would pick Karma.
There we go. We're good. I was putting the blockers up this time. It didn't mess up. We got this.
Oh, very nice.
All right.
Then so Pantheon ban, Kassadin ban, of course, because Kassadin's OP. Pantheon ban due to the due to the last game, with how strong Panzer's Pantheon was. Basically, it's just Pantheon does a lot of damage and has strong global mobility. Zyra ban again, because of reaction ban to last game. Wallix is good at Zyra and skill shots in general and mages. But
Zyra just has that point control and just real strong team fight capabilities. It's so hard to take a point off of a Zyra, even with 2 or 3 people, because she can try and kite around the edges and just keep throwing plants towards the middle. Kha'Zix ban coming out. Kha'Zix again, as you saw last game on those isolation, that damage just skyrockets when you're alone. He wins most duels. AoE damage from his Macross missile spam can really put the hurt on the team.
Jayce is left open right now.
There is a Jayce open until they ban him. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, Jayce is open. Then going into picks, we'll have...
Waiting on that last ban, Computarius. Nidalee, Jayce open.
Oh, Jayce is open.
Instead.
Yep. Although it's really funny
Nidalee from the game.
Actually, I do remember Pex commenting that they don't believe anyone on She's Enema is actually good at Jayce, which means that it's completely safe to give Sifu Jayce because Sifu's screwed.
I don't know if it's safe. Jayce is quite strong even
Jayce
when not played to optimal conditions. but ever since Talith has left the scene for the moment, we haven't seen those same destructive 1v5 murderous Jayces that just turn games. Comfortary's picking up Kayle, who was left open.
Yeah, Eve is still open if Painkiller wants to pick that up. Right? Yeah.
They do lock in that Kayle and Jarvan.
Let's see, at least Lulu, Teemo, Amumu. Yeah, so Eve's open. Lurch is probably. I'm guessing Lurch is going to pick Eve. That's my intuition, especially with Jarvan already being picked up. Other people who are strong.
Oh, there is that Evelynn you predicted, and a Maokai. With that AoE damage reduction.
Maokai's going to Krayog. And it's top lane Maokai, also.
I have seen Enema take Mount top quite frequently. They do seem to like it. It does quite a bit of work in those 4v4 engages where you can just drop that Maokai ult and reduce
the Maokai ult actually is going to really counter any AoE that Purple Team or Pex is going to be trying to pick up. Because Maokai is just like, you do 20% less damage.
Looks like an Urgot hover here. Probably going to be an Urgot lock on Pex. I'm waiting on Carnival to see what he wants to play this game. Last game was very close, so Pex does have to watch out here. This could go turn around and give 2 games to Enema.
Yeah, no, Urgot bot is very counterable.
Looks like another Annie play. Seemed to work quite well for them last game.
Annie does work.
Those bear drops were quite destructive. The bear punches finishing off people, bear drops right to the face, just doing so much AoE damage with the stuns coming out as well. Crowd picking up Sona probably for Warwick's, 99% certain. And Brown still waiting to see what he wants to play.
It's Krayog is picking Sona for Warwick's to play, and then Krayog's going to be playing the top lane Maokai. Brown Bruiser, kind of curious to see what Brown Bruiser ends up picking bot lane.
Pex has done something quite good for themselves. They actually have 3 people who go bot on Pex, all of which have very different counters. Kayle, Jarvan, and Urgot are all very strong bot laners. It's going to be very hard for Brown Bruiser to counter pick out of this. Looks like he's going for Jax.
Good call.
Don't know if Jax is going to be able to take a Kayle, though, if they want to put that down.
Kale's the only issue. But I don't know how much experience does Blueberry have with Kayle, though?
I usually with infeed playing Kayle, but I imagine that Blueberry's played a bit. I think I've seen him in a few games recently with Kayle.
I'm going to check match history.
I don't know about that recently, but yes, go ahead and let me know.
Nothing recent. And that
Blueberry
goes back all the way to tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Back to tomorrow. Going back to the future now. Awesome.
Yeah. Or back to, I just realized what I said. Back to yesterday.
Blueberry is still keeping us in suspense. Look at that last pick, even though there's no way it can be countered. And we may actually have to wait out this full 20 seconds.
Blueberry, pick something.
And hovering Anivia, I doubt that's going to stick.
If Anivia sticks, I'm going to be laughing so hard.
I actually want to see an Anivia played. I haven't seen one played.
Oh my god! It's going to stick.
That Anivia sticks. I believe Carnival is going to be playing Anivia, and that Annie's going to come down to Blueberry, or they'll swap randomly, repeatedly. We'll see what this ends up on.
Okay.
I think Blueberry is going to end up with Annie, and Carnival is going to end up with Anivia. But this will be a fun game to watch. I haven't seen Anivia in a very long time. And I want to see what Carnival can do with her. There's that Carnival on Anivia, and oh, Blueberry may be sticking on Urgot and Painkiller playing Annie. I think I got it half right.
Yeah.
And I believe I
That's gonna be
probably
top
should
lane
have.
Anivia. Top lane Anivia works.
Yeah, Summoner's blocker should be down now. Going into our delay just in a few seconds as these Summoners come down. It is 5 revives as usual on each team, and then an assortment of exhausts, Garrison, 4 exhausts on one team,
1 ignite,
and 2 ignite on the other. Really utilizing that semi-new aspect of exhaust, which is an attack speed slow, which is really going to hurt Jax and
the
Jayce.
season 3 exhaust doing attack speed slow was really a really big hit to auto attackers. And in combination with all
especially in the way that attack speed slows interact with attack animations, in that instead of being a space between attacks, it actually slows down your attack animation so that you don't get off an attack at all.
Yeah.
Which is really what makes attack speed slows so much more powerful than you would expect them to be.
Yeah, you just lose all ability to chase or kite.
Oh, can we get chat bans in DD chat? I think they scrolled up too far
Yeah,
for them to be visible. What was it? It was Lulu, Elise,
Teemo, Amumu.
Yeah, Lulu, Elise, Teemo, Amumu. There we go. And as our delay kicks down to 2 minutes before we go into loading screen, we do have our final champ selection settling down onto Sifu on Jayce, Walwix on Sona, Lurch on Evelynn, Kraug on Maokai, Brown Bruiser on Jax, and if you'd like to take Kha'Zix and Child Support. Or you can not. Okay, Kha'Zix and Child Support. Urgot, Confitarius, Painkiller taking Annie, Carnival on Anivia, Panzers on Jarmander, and Blueberry playing Kayle.
So yeah, Kayle versus Jax should be pretty effective.
You do think we're going to see that Kayle versus Jax bot lane? I'm pretty certain of it. That's what you're thinking as well.
Yeah, so that's Kayle. Kayle bot lane.
You think it'll be Lurch bot actually on the Evelynn?
That's actually a good call. That's a good call. Yeah, no, that's going to be a hilarious swap.
I'd forgotten that people mostly you almost always see Evelynn top, but Lurch does really like that bot lane Evelynn.
Yes, Lurch will. What Lurch does, for those of you that have never played versus him, is he starts off bot lane, gets all that bot lane gold, which is plenty, and just farms, and pressures as he can, and then he just goes and then he just out of nowhere, since using the Eve passive, roams top when you don't realize he's going to, and then you've got an Eve in your face. Top when you weren't expecting, when Eve you think has not been gone that long.
It's so hard to tell when Evelynn's missing from her lane just because of her passive.
Yep. And then the thing is, if she's not actually gone from lane and roam to top, but instead has decided to just wait in the shadows, you're just walking into Eve melee range, which is really easy way for her to just pick you off and destroy you. Especially if you're someone who's as reliant on keeping their range as Kayle is.
And should be going into loading screen momentarily, and hopefully there are no issues loading in, and we can start this game 2 shortly. What do you think we're going to see from this Anivia? How effective do you think that's going to be?
Anivia is going to be really effective once they pick up the point, and if Anivia is sitting on it, you're not going to get that point back anytime soon. Anivia holds points really well. In terms of sieging a point, she can just drop her ult to cover a point, and you're not going to be able to do anything about. And you're not going to be able to do anything about it. The important thing about Anivia is she has an attack speed slow. That's why she was picked. Because if Brown Bruiser goes top and he's sitting in the Anivia ult, he's going to have 25% less attack speed, which is actually going to take a lot off of his DPS.
Very true.
That's why.
Yeah, actually, those. I'm really waiting to see what happens with these Anivia walls if they end up being really clutch or just murdering his own team.
Yeah, Anivia wall is probably the...
They do have quite the I'm helping team with Jarvan and Anivia.
Oh god, yeah. No, all they need is Trundle. But no, I would definitely note that
I would have loved to see a Sejuani actually on the other team, just so they can run through both of those terrain creation abilities.
That would have been really funny. Yeah, for those of you that don't know, Sejuani's Q actually displaces Anivia wall and Jarvan ult.
Actually breaks right through Jarvan's ult and puts a hole in it, and Anivia wall
exactly. That's why. Yeah,
that's
it. It breaks through the walls, because the reason why is Jarvan ults and Anivia wall are coded as minions, which is why there have been previously been bugs with ignores unit collision, allowing you to pass through walls, and then also and then just and then that's also why you don't get wall stuns off of them for Anivia.
Is this actually gonna be a Jax spot? I want to see if they shift this or not. A little bit of a back and forth match between the teams. No one knows who's going bot on either team. There's
oh my god,
actually options everywhere.
This is why yeah, it's a long guessing game.
And a pause. Somebody's lost their connection, possibly our favorite Argentinian. Oh, actually Sifu's had some issues, probably with the points not being visible. Is a semi-atrocious bug for Dominion. When you load in, sometimes you can't actually see the cap level of points. Makes it real hard to play.
Yeah.
So actually we have to blame Canada, not Argentina.
Yep. Okay. Okay, so I think the important thing is going to be the spot lane matchup. At the end of the guessing game, Brown Bruiser is going to be having issues versus Blueberry because both Brown Bruiser and Blueberry are going to be relying on auto attack trades to deal the majority of their damage. However, Blueberry is going to get free auto attacks at the beginning and end on Brown Bruiser due to his ability to just be ranged. But you might think that the dodge from Jax is going to be important in negating some of Kayle's damage.
Kayle does have a minor bit of sustain from her W, even though it won't come into effect. That is an 80 start on that Kayle. I was not expecting that.
Expect that. No, the important thing though is that Kayle's E, the magic damage, actually ignores the Jax dodge.
And paused right back into. Now, is it Argentina this time?
Why is Warwick not here?
Oh, I don't. I believe they're trolling, but I don't know who actually is disconnected this time.
Okay then. Guys, we're on the Dominate Dominions. I'm gonna. Do you have chat open?
I do have chat open.
I turned that off.
Yeah, I do apologize here. We've seemed to have run into and looks like we're coming back out of pause. Starting in 1, go. And a slight little jitter there. Lurch gonna cap mid, come up stealth.
Speed up.
Oh, we're not live anymore. We're not live anymore. And back to live.
Just a
little hop.
Speed up.
Blueberry and Brown Bruiser both cap. Blueberry capping slightly faster, probably off that speed buff from his heal. Painkiller and Warwick's skirmishing a little bit. Jayce poking on Anivia. Panzers and Confitherius coming up at the same time, probably a double cap from mid. Just straight up running in and engaging. On the Maokai for some reason, but Warwick's going to take a lot of damage. That Sona's base HP is just so low after that last round of nerfs. But doesn't actually go down. Again, Maokai for some reason taking the brunt of the damage for his team, even though he's probably the worst target. Sifu pushing off Carnival, and Evelynn getting a... And back to Kitty, Evelynn getting a very early triple goal. Anivia, is he going to go down? No, it looks like Anivia is going to be safe with that support from Confitherius and Urgot. Lurch going down to that Seeking Blade from Confitherius. Sifu trying to get away. If he's got his hammer whack up, not enough mana to use it. Might be able to get away with Gate. Anivia still trying to push in on this crowd. Maokai trying to defend this point here. 3 versus 1 doesn't look good for Kraug.
Oh,
Oh, but here comes up. I do believe I have KD up now. Anivia goes down to Evelynn. Evelynn just racking up the kills early, and that's going to be a real problem for Vex later. Sifu coming in from the side. Painkiller taking some damage, hits the health kit to bring him back up. Sona and Jayce chasing this Annie. Molten Shield goes up to reflect some of that damage and keep him alive. Oh, the single target ult from Sona just seals the fate of that Annie.
Important to note, Brown Bruiser already got a kill off of Kayle and forced Blueberry's revive. Both exhausts are down bot lane.
His scaling really comes from his auto attacks off that hypercharge.
Yeah. So it's a note against Warwick's bug. Yeah, so the issues we're seeing today, it's Riot. These bugs I believe also have been known to happen in Summer's Rift.
I don't think the auto attack bug is a Dominion specific one, it's only the cursor bug and occasionally the cap.
Yeah. And the cursor bug is so rare that I don't really blame Riot for that one.
Well, I mean, you'd hope they would fix it.
I do believe Pex at this point has just sort of given up on winning this game.
It's not looking good for them, but
yeah, I think
again,
they seem to have been like, eh.
There's been some server shenanigans going
constant
on.
auto attack seems to be back up.
It does appear to be able to chase that Sona, although she's going to run off with that sweeper giving her that bonus move speed. Oh, tagged with the shield still up, so a slight flow, but Lurch comes back in.
I will note that I've actually been
think he's
impressed
gonna
by
get the kill.
Carnival's Anivia this game.
He's actually done a good job of just keeping himself out of the edges of the fight, but still doing damage, although it wasn't until late game his walls were particularly effective.
Lurch, yeah, I mean, that's just due to wall ranks.
Yeah.
Lurch is just so fast right now, and just sort of danced around Urgot for that kill.
Purple team has captured the Boneyard.
We do have a bear drop coming down, but does fall then to Jayce. Sifu knocking Blueberry away, but nothing to be done for that Panzers. 10 points left on the clock. I don't believe anybody's going to be able to do anything with Maokai guarding top. I think this is game.
That is going to be GG.
That is game, and now we have to find out if this is a repeat of Game 2 or moving on to a tie-breaking Game 3.
No. Well, I really don't want a repeat of Game 2.
That would
pauses and breaks.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely not the server issues of Game 2, but we may be coming into a restart of Game 2. As we consult the DominateDominion admin for a verdict. Alright, let's take a look at Damage Delta Champions. Jayce actually not pulling ahead of Evelynn. Evelynn doing most damage on both teams.
Yeah, it's Evelyn's ultimate is able to just do so much damage, and then Eve just puts out a lot of DPS with her Q. Like, you think she'd just be an assassin that's like drop her burst and then she's done, but no, it's Eve blitzes into your team, drops her ultimate, and just starts smashing Q and E. Do massive damage.
Alright, well,
Valandum, Urgot was able to auto attack at the end there. It seemed like since I
but I think he started out through the game. There were quite a few points where I saw Conf just stand there doing almost nothing. Looks like they are creating a game, but I don't know if it's Game 3 or if we are in fact doing Game 2 again.
this sound better?
I think we're fine. Still waiting for either an invite or a response on exactly what is happening now.